Well, hello, Miss Bob here, and welcome in my kitchen. And I'm dressed in my favorite color. I'm trying to finish the meal that goes with the Kalbas Dou, so I've decided to prepare some cocoy to go with that. So I'm peeling the cocoy right now, and that will be fried. I mean to say, fried cocoy tastes really, really good. I know a lot of people don't like cocoy, but then you should try. You should try cocoy. So I'm doing about 6 of them right now, and I like to peel my cocoy underneath running water, so that way the stain, the sap of the cocoy doesn't stick on my hand. It gets very sticky, so with the running water it washes off right away. Another thing I like to do is to use the skin of the banana or the plantain or the cocoy. Plantain works best when it's ripe, and we would use that instead of napkins. So that's what I'm doing. I simply cut them open, wet them a little bit, so that way it's a little bit more pliable, and I would use that to absorb the oil from the fried cocoy. So I'm slicing it thinly, as well, not thinly, thick enough, because you want something that has enough crunch but also a bite to it, so that thickness is fine. If it's too fat, you can cut it down a little bit, or you do it the way that you would like to do it. Yep, so that's the thickness we like to do it right there. So I'm just going to continue slicing this cocoy until I have all of them as evenly as possible. I know that most people would apply a little bit of oil on their hands, or they would use lime. Me personally, I don't do that. I don't want to fight with a very slippery cocoy at all. So yes, all of them are as even as possible. They're all the same. So you see, my hands get washed pretty quickly. No tash on my hand, no sticky goo from the cocoy, and I prefer it that way. So now let's light the fire and get the skillet nice and hot. I mean to say, we all know how to fry something, but let me get my oil. I like using coconut oil. Now this oil is not the virgin coconut oil. Our oil actually got locked up, so my kingman had to use the heat process to get it out. And what I do whenever that happens is we flavor it up, and although we don't like the one that is extracted via heat, we make use of it. What I need to do now is to mop up the water that is on my cocoy skins, to ensure that my cocoy doesn't get very soggy. Don't want soggy cocoy, so naturally I'll mop it up. So now we can put in our cocoy. You all should try it. I don't know why Dominicans don't like cocoy. It is such a perfect food. We make so many different dishes with cocoy, and that is just one of it. Our next favorite is cocoy porridge. But whilst this is frying, let's go check on our Kalbas Dou salad. And what I will be doing is now adding the vinaigrette to it, because I never add my vinaigrette right away. That is one way to just kill the vibes of a salad. But this vinaigrette, is the fat has congealed, so I need to let it get a little bit warmed up. Check this out, check this out. I mean to say, this is just perfect. Check out the different color schemes on that. You have to try Kalbas Dou. I know Miss Danielle is going to try it. I know Mr. Bruno is going to try it. I know Miss Baron is going to try it. You out there, you should try it out. It's really perfect and it's really good. Back to my plantain, not plantain, cocoy. I'm thinking of sweet ripe plantains right now. So we're just going to remove this batch, and this batch looks a little blem. For those of you who don't speak patois, blem means very light in color. What we want them to be is nice and golden brown, like this batch, and that's how we prefer our plantain or cocoy to look golden brown, with that right amount of crunch and enough chewiness to it. Yep, this looks perfect. So I'm removing the portion that I need to make the frittatas or the omelette, so that way I don't have to do it twice, and I will just store it. Yeah, that should be enough omelette for 3 children. Looks real good, and it tastes delicious as well. I hope yours will too. Well, it will. It will. It will taste delicious. As long as you season it well, perfect. That's music you hear playing in the background. That is not mine. It's not coming from my home. That's the neighbors. I hope YouTube doesn't flag me for it at all. And yes, I will be definitely taking some Kalbas Dou to school for Miss Shirley to taste some. So yeah, you're on my mind. You're getting some as well. And anybody else who wants some. So now I'm going to add the vinaigrette in there. It has marinated and tastes just good. Just mix it all up. So let's give it a taste. Yeah. Yes, Aija. That's the stuff. Everything is perfect. The right amount of seasoning. You have the thyme hitting you and the garlic and the onion. Just that perfect amount of salt. Check how pretty it is. Try it out and tell me how you like Kalbas Dou. But let me show you the finished product. Bear, you ready for it? So there we have a typical meal at home, and there we have the Kalbas Dou raw salad, but I've paired it up with some fried cocoy and black eyed peas. Yes, these are black eyed peas. And that's what we'll be having for, yes, breakfast. That's our breakfast this Saturday morning. In the next video, I will show you how to make the omelette, and then I will show you how I do it steamed. So stay tuned or join me again in Miss Bob's kitchen as I take you on another journey on how to prepare Kalbas Dou. So we have our salad, raw salad, but the next time we're going to do the omelette and we're going to do it stir fried. I would like to say it even if I'm not in my garden, but that is the case. I'm a student. Nature is my teacher. My garden is my classroom. The earth is my school. Bye for now. Enjoy.